Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? How are you doing? Yes, you just popped right into the shot. That's okay. There's your tail. Hey, so it's gonna be like that. We're both gonna be. You're gonna be in the video too. And say hi. You got sleepy face. I woke you up, didn't I? When I come in. Yeah, I can tell. So anyway, how's it going? How's everybody doing? This is gonna be another funny or effed up story about my life. This is going to be kind of an interesting one, kind of a sort of cat bum. But here, check this out. I am. The weather is crappy right now in Toronto, so this is what I'm dealing with, and why I can't go anywhere because it's just I hate winter first of all. But here's my balcony. Empties. And down there, everything's like moving super slow. Can I zoom in? I guess I can't. But yeah, there's the coyote field. Oh, wait, where am I? Sorry, I can't see the screen, so there. There's a snowplow. And there's where the rabbit usually is and where the stray cats used to be. Hope I'm looking at it right. Yeah, stray cats used to be in there. The rabbit and there, and the coyotes are usually over there. And I actually saw them the other night. Whoops, I almost fell. But yeah, crazy. I hate winter. I seriously do hate winter. Anyway, I just wanted to show the world what Toronto is looking like right now. But, no, Lemmy's here too. But yeah, so anyway, back to the video that I was going to make, that I am making. My shirt all faded weird there. The shirt's ancient. It's like there's not much left of it. But anyway, so this is around time when I was about 18, and I got sort of picked up by the cops. Well, I guess I did get picked up by the cops for just causing some shit with my friend's little brother. Sorry, I'm on because I was outside. Now I'm all sniffly. Let's see if it goes away, or I'll just get up and blow my nose. But yeah, so I think it might even, it was close to my birthday, and are you gonna be a suck? Okay, come here. I know you want me to pick you up. Okay, give me a second. Here. All right. So anyway, yeah, so we were drinking. He was a lot younger than me. I think I was 18, and I think he was about 15, but he was my friend's younger brother, and like we hung out a little bit from time to time, but I can't remember the circumstances why we were hanging out this particular night. But anyway, we were running around through the townhouse complexes, and just making a nuisance of ourselves. Broke some lights that were, they're on the post with the light on top, the usual lights you would see in a townhouse complex or around a building or maybe in a park or something. So we were breaking those, a couple of them. We didn't break them all. Broke a couple, and knocked over a bunch of house for sale signs, and just being pain in the ass and yelling and running around. We were drinking too, so, and just being a regular nuisance. And so anyway, as we're running around doing our thing, we left one townhouse complex. We were crossing the street and going into a little subdivision, and then these guys, these grown ups, I guess. I don't know. They were probably about in their 30s at the time, so younger than I am now, but quite a bit older than I was at the time. So we cross the street, and they're yelling, calling us names, and saying they're calling the cops. And of course, we're drunk and teenagers being obnoxious, yelling back, "What? You want to suck my dick?" Yeah, come on over here and suck it. And then they start running at us, and so we we ran because they were bigger than us and there's more of them. So anyway, as we're running, we hear the guy say, "The cops are coming! The cops are coming!" I can see the lights. So what we did was we ran, and there was a house with a row of bushes around it, and so we jumped over the bushes and we just hid there. And we saw a couple cruisers go by. They didn't have the lights on anymore, but they were going by slow, just kind of looking around for us. Now, if we kept going, there was a little pathway out of this little subdivision into a big park area with a creek and a bridge that goes over it. And I'll get to that in a second. So now, how we were dressed at the time, we had our Docs on, and like he had Doc boots on. I was wearing Doc Martens shoes. Doc Martens, if you didn't know what I meant by Docs, black leather jackets or black. Actually, we might have had bomber jackets on. I can't remember. I know. Actually, I had a black jacket on. He had a black bomber jacket on, and I had a baseball cap. And I had. I think at that time I'd cut my mohawk off. I didn't have a mohawk anymore. But anyway, so both of us are pretty much all in black. So from a distance, we look basically the same. And he was a big kid. He was actually bigger than I was even at that time. So anyway, okay. If I put you down, you're not going to chase her, are you? Okay. So anyway, ah, you're making this awkward. So anyway, I come up with the idea that you know what? Why don't you put on my hat, and then they won't know it's you, even though we looked exactly the same from a distance. It wouldn't have made any difference in the world. So anyway, he puts on his hat, and I said, "Okay, I'll meet you at the donut store, the donut like the Tim Hortons or whatever was that was the coffee shop in the area at the time. No one wants to look at your bum." So anyway, so he puts on my cap. He goes on ahead, and I said, "I'll meet you. I'll leave in about 5 minutes." So he's on his way. I don't really think much of it. I just kind of sit around in the bush or in the yard behind the bush, waiting what I thought was about 5, 6 minutes. So then after that, I leave and I start going the same way. So I go through the subdivision. I get to the bridge that crosses the creek, and I look off ahead and I can see a police cruiser way off in the distance. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's been years since I've been here, been to this area. I think there's a school there. And I think that's where he was, or there was at least a parking lot. So anyway, the cop shines his lights on me, like his big searchlight, and then just comes flying across the grass, comes over to me, gets out of the car, opens up the door, and he's like, "Get in." And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Get in the car now." So I'm like, "All right." Now, as an adult, I would have been causing the shit I was causing, but as an adult now, I wouldn't have gotten in the police car or in the cruiser. I would have said, "What's going on?" I would have want to know. I'd want to know. And of course, I'd pull out my phone. We didn't have them then, just to record things, just, for safety reasons, I suppose. But, just, I would do it a little bit smarter. But again, I would have been stupid enough to get myself in the situation in the first place. However, I get in the car, and then he drives all the way around the block, and he pulls up onto the side street I had just come off of. He pulls up there, and he's asking, "Where's my friend? What were you doing?" And I said, "I wasn't with a friend. I was by myself." And then he's like, says something about Doc Marten boots and, the style he was wearing. Now, I was wearing Doc Marten shoes, like the 3-hole shoe version, and he was wearing the 14-hole ones that go midway up your shin, up your calf and shin. So I go, "Hey, I'm not wearing boots." And I lifted my foot up and showed him through the glass, the partition. Said, "I got, I'm wearing shoes." And he goes, "What about your friend?" I go, "I wasn't with a friend. I was by myself. I was just walking through. You just happened to see me." And he's grilling me and grilling me and grilling me. And I'm like, "If I was guilty, why would I get in the car?" And he goes, "Probably because you're guilty." Like you got caught. And I'm just like I don't remember the whole conversation verbatim, but it was something along the lines of that. But then I fucked up and I said, and the guy I was with, he was wearing running shoes. And he's like, and right when I said it, I was like, fuck. Again, I was 18 years old and drunk, drinking and everything. So my mind isn't quite there. And I'm still a kid, essentially. So He goes, I thought you weren't with a friend. I go, well, I was with someone earlier. You start doing that, but yeah, well, earlier, and the cop's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, this guy's an idiot. This kid totally did it. So we leave the subdivision we were in, and we pull into the townhouse complex where we were causing the shit. So I pull up, and then another cruiser comes the opposite way, and the back windows line up. They did it intentionally, and I look over, and my friend or the kid, my friend's brother, he's in the back seat. We're just looking at each other, and like both of us are just went. So apparently, what had happened to him, he went to he went into the Tim Hortons, went into the washroom, and I guess the cops had another cruiser had followed him, and he went in followed him into the washroom. He's in the stall, and the cop kicked open the stall and told him, "Get up," and took him there to the cruiser, and then that's when we all met. That's when we met up. So anyway, he takes my friend home, takes him home to his parents, and the other cop, I'm in the car, and he's saying, "Now I'm going to take you home," and I'm like, "Hold on, don't jump on her. Thank you." And I said, "No, you can't." So I'm starting saying all this shit. Like my dad would have kicked my ass. It would not have been good. I don't think he would have like hit me, but he might have smack in the mouth. I would have had it. I would have deserved it, but but it wouldn't have been good. So I'm exaggerating. I'm telling this cop, no, my dad's gonna beat the shit out of me. He's gonna it's not gonna be good. Please don't take me home. Take me to the police station. Take me anywhere. Just do not take me home, because I was scared of my dad. He's a big guy, and he's not like one of these boys will be boys. He's like, you cause shit, you deserve what you get. So that being said, the cop starts driving me towards my home. We get to my complex, and right before the driveway to pull into my street, the cop just guns it, like starts going fast past my street, and I'm thinking, where are we going? And then I thought, okay, I go, are you taking me to the police station? And he's just like he just literally said, shut up, stop talking. I'm thinking, okay, and I'm thinking, is he going to take me somewhere and beat the shit out of me? Like, Gunner? Hold on. Okay, they stopped. But anyway, so what he did, he drove me probably about a mile up the road, and this is the middle of the night too, lets me out, and made me walk home. So he said, I can't remember exactly what he said, but something along the lines of, I'm not going to take you home, but I'm not going to let you get off with nothing. So enjoy your walk. He got back in the car, and I said, thanks. I held out my hand. He goes, I don't shake hands with assholes. And I was just like, I was like, as much as I wanted to say something smart and sarcastic back to him, I was just like, no, you know what? He could have taken me home, like to my home, and got me in a lot more trouble, but he didn't. So I ended up walking all the way home, which probably took me about an hour or so. But whatever, I caused some problems. He could have done a lot worse. He could have taken me to my house. He could have arrested me. He could have charged me with mischief or vandalism or whatever, but he didn't. So anyway, now there's a second part to this story, which is the next day. So the next day, I get up, and the phone rings, and I answer. Like this, obviously before cell phones, all landlines. So I answer the phone, and it's my friend's mom asking to talk to my parents, and I knew right away who it was. I mean, there's no call display or anything, but I knew exactly who it. Okay, sorry, cat fight. Sort of, well, not a fight. Gunner being a dick and beating up on Lemmy, which drives me crazy. But so anyway, second part, I get up, answer the phone, and it's my friend's mom. So I'm like, oh, my parents are away for the day, whatever. But I don't act like I know who it is, but I knew who it was. So it's like, when are they coming home? And I go, oh, I don't know, this time. So I think it was Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, and it's very, very rare that I stay at home. Like I would always be out doing stuff. So anyway, a little while goes by, and an hour, say about an hour, and she calls back, and I'm like, they're not home, they're away, they're not going to be back until whatever day it is, Sunday night or whatever. Okay, a little more time goes by, calls back. I said, yeah, they're not here. Can I take a message? Whatever. They're not home. But she never said who she was. But I knew who it was. I just you could just tell because just the way they were asking. And so a little while goes by, and then my dad says, "I need you to go to the store." So and they would, they'd say I was the kid, always went to the store to get stuff. Usually stupid cigarettes for my parents. No offense to my parents, but yeah, they just probably because I'm not a smoker that it's just weird, and probably this day and age it's weird sending like I was 18 at the time, I think. So when I think the smoking age then was 18, maybe I can't remember. But anyway, so they sent me to the store, and I bolted to the store, came back like I was there and back fast. I think I might have taken my bike, probably took my bike, get back home, give my dad the change or whatever, and he goes, "So, you want to tell me what happened last night?" And I'm like, "Huh?" Like, and I'm thinking, "Shit, she called right, had to call right when I was away, right, just that moment I was out. I was only gone like 10 minutes." So anyway, I go, well, "What's your version?" Like whatever it was I said, I wanted to know what he already knew. And my dad's actually smarter than that. He's a little crafty, so he's like, and I don't think my mom probably knew, but I know it was my dad that talked on the phone. So because my mom wasn't happy, but most of the yelling came from my dad. So he's who I remember most in this scenario. But anyway, so I'm just like, no, it wasn't us. It was these other guys. And they were smashing. We were just walking through, and then they were cutting up, and they were like trying to start shit with us, and they were breaking things, and and my dad bought it, but I don't think he 100% believed it. I think it was just kind of like, okay, I'll take that because it is what it is, and he's not going to get the truth out of me if I was lying, which I was. But anyway, yeah, and I got in shit, obviously, still, and but his big question afterward goes, "How old is this kid?" And I think he was 14 or 15. He was a lot younger than me. And I don't remember, like I said, I don't remember the circumstances leading up, like why he was at my house. Like I can't, there might have been some other people there earlier, like maybe his brother. Actually, I don't even know if his brother's even been in my house when I was a kid, but we had mutual friends. So he might have been with somebody and then they left, and then maybe we were just on our way to go somewhere else. I can't remember. It was so long ago, but he was just so like you're 18. Why are you hanging around with a 14-year-old? Let's say he was 14, might have been 15, I can't remember. But so why are you hanging out with this little kid? I mean, he's my friend's brother. I don't know. He was just here. It's just kind of one of those things. Like there's really no explaining it, and it is kind of weird sounding. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was just kind of a funny story, weird little story about how I got caught. I got how the cops caught us, and then how I got caught by my parents. But luckily, no charges. Wherever I could have been in a lot more trouble because I would have been an adult. He was a minor, so there might have been some kind of thing where I was in. They might have threw some charge on where I was influencing him because he was a kid, and who knows? I mean, I don't even know like all of the law and what I could be charged with aside from the actual crime I was committing. But at the end of the day, it was still like a minor thing, a bit of vandalism, and just us knocking over some signs and making a lot of noise. But at the end of the day, we didn't break any windows or a couple light. Essentially, it was some light bulbs, realistically. But anyway, that being said, it was a long time ago and it was a funny story. Funnier when I think about it rather than just talking about it, but I just thought I'd share it anyway. If you want to subscribe, that would also be kind of cool and help me get up to 1,000. And, like, comment, all the other stuff. And I guess thanks for watching, and until the next one. Bye.